What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we handled our final, kind of optional 4 SPG for the game, I believe, which was Van got to go on a little adventure. He got his car washed for free. He got invited to Tryon Tower for a free massage and bath and stuff and all kinds of stuff. And it was the people of Edith who have taken 4 SPGs from him. It was their way of giving back, thanking him for everything he did for them over the course of this game. You know, the 7 or 8 months that have gone by, which is pretty cool. But now we're done with that, so we're going to head back to Old Town, and we are going to rest for the night and see where the story takes us next. Speaking of, I don't think I saw Paulette in here when we were here earlier. Yeah. Aaron's still here. Chowing down, having some drinks. Alright, yeah. Oh. Not to intrude. Thank you, Paulette, truly. I really had a great time. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, even if the food wasn't mine. Is that so? That's, too bad. I would have loved some of your cooking. Ahem. So, about the festival. I mean, do you want to maybe go with me? With Yume too, of course. May I have this date? I'm afraid I can't, sorry. Yeah. But I wouldn't mind if you showed Yume around the festival. And I might just come along with you. Oh, geez. Well, that's fine by me. Wow, he actually had the balls to ask. And she agreed, sorta. He's got a real marathon ahead of him. I'll have to keep an eye on how he does. I mean, that's progress, though. And he is, besides his obvious, like, he still has the habit of showboating every now and then, but he is trying to make amends for what he did. It still doesn't make up for what he did. I don't think anything will, because what he did was completely awful. But, maybe he, in a different way, he can at least find a way to help everyone move forward. May as well say hi to them real quick. Esmeralda really can't handle her liquor. You'd think she'd stop, but alas. Here, have some water, geez. Can you get home by yourself at least? Of course, no problem. But home, though, nah. I'm staying at your place, Quater. Stop it, seriously. Van's here too. No, I'm not. I'd say let her crash at your place. Better than trying to find a hotel. That really doesn't help. Alright, let's turn in for the night. Yeah, finish nighttime activities. The next 3 days leading up to the festival swept through like a whirlwind. What the? What did you bring in? Could have broken Van's. Wasn't that a glass table? Though the trouble with Almada was recent, there was very little in the way of problems relating to them. Instead, most of Arkwright's solution work consisted of some contracted tasks and other modest requests. As if celebrations were already upon them, they found themselves rewarded with not just Mira, but food and material gifts as well. Those, together with the gradual increase in decorations strewn throughout the city, made them keenly aware of the festival's approach. Each of Van's assistants also found themselves considering their respective futures in response to what he said. With all this in mind and more, it felt like a grand event was destined to become a turning point in their lives. The day approached with much suspense both at home and abroad for what was to come following a memorial service set for Krail was the unveiling of the Republican Army's next generation of weapons. Marielle? A number of VIPs would soon descend upon the capital, ready to take part in moments both solemn and merry. But the night before the Revolution Festival had an early surprise in store. What? Be on guard for the Genesis at the Revolution Festival tomorrow. C. Well, here we go. Third time's the charm, right? Our first C was Crow, our second C was Rufus, and now we got a third one. So someone left us a little note warning us about something upcoming tomorrow. All right, December 3rd, first day of the Revolution Festival. First District Fantail, Revolution Memorial Plaza. Wow, you got everyone here. I assume Van's group is here somewhere. Even old President Rocksmith showed up. Oh no, they're here. It's almost 10 a.m. Kept us waiting long enough. Just look at all those people. I spot Yumi and a bunch of others too. I'm impressed you can pick her out from the crowd. Brandon, your other friends are there too, right? Sure you didn't want to tag along? Oh yes, I think it was for the best that I didn't. With my position, I would have needed bodyguards if I had gone, unfortunately. And that message we received made me want to remain here that much more. Gotcha. I wish we knew who even sent the damn thing. Yeah, especially since they mentioned the Genesis. And one we don't have at that. All we have to go on is the name C. That name has been assumed by two people who made themselves known in the Empire in recent years. I do not believe either one to be the one who sent that message, however. I mean, Rufus is a possibility since he's on the run and, you know, just kind of doing his own thing, but Crow definitely not. The original was a terrorist responsible for triggering the Civil War over there, right? Then someone else used it after that. That is correct, but bear in mind that both of those matters are considered resolved. We have no reason to believe they would take up the name again. That being said, I'm certain the alias must have been chosen through careful deliberation. Yeah, now it's just a matter of figuring out if they're trying to help us or mess with us. But not like we got much to go on. We can't even say for sure it's someone whose name starts with C. Well, Rufus only chose it because it belonged to Crow, and it was just a convenient disguise. That's true, it could be anyone. Melchior is still at large, so hell, can't even write him off. Oh, there's Agnes's dad.
皆さん、お待たせしました。時刻は10時ちょうど。グラムハート大統領が姿を見せました。
Oh, there's Renee too.
"親愛なるイーディス市民、並びにカルバード全国民の皆さん、ごきげんよう、ロイ・グラムハートです。今から108年前、七曜暦1100年にその偉大な一歩は踏み出されました。自由、平等、友愛の精神のもと、身分や人種による差別を永遠に否定し。
On the surface, he seems like a great guy, but we still just can't shake the whole feeling of, in Reverie, we saw him talk to Ouroboros. So, there's obviously more to him than just being the president.
強い意志を持って共に支え合い、理想郷を築き上げるための長い旅路を。カルバード民主革命、それこそが見果てぬ旅路の名前です。それがもたらした理念と精神によって、我々は国を 世界を変えてきました。一国民として、第23代大統領として、その旅路を皆さんと共に歩める幸運、ただただ女神に感謝せざるを得ません。
And he wasn't the president back when Osborn was still alive. He pretty much became president right after that. Because he was a new president during the time of Reverie. Hello, Rocksmith.
ですが今回は皆さんと喜びを分かち合うだけでは済まなくなりました。ご存知のように卑劣なテロにより失われてしまったクレイユー村、共に歩み夢と理想を共有していた同志たちが犠牲となってしまったからです。非常事態宣言への皆さんの協力もあり、テロを企てた残虐なる犯罪組織については完膚なきまでに壊滅することができました。ですが行ってしまった方々は戻ってこない。国を預かる者として、最高司令官として、誠残機に耐えません。お悔やみの言葉を述べるとともに、これより追悼の儀を執り行わせていただきます。天に増しますエイドスよ、アルーシャよ、天上聖母よ、願わくば彼らを導き、光さす大地へと返したまえ。
Wow.
ここでイーディス大聖堂の聖歌隊による賛美歌とジェローム大司教芸家からのお言葉があります。
Krail sounds like it must have been a truly beautiful place. It was. It was where a close friend and someone I owe a lot to passed away. I've done some filming there in the past. It's hard to believe I'll never see that same scenery ever again. As long as we do not forget them, they will continue to live on. Both the people who lived there and the places in which they lived. I hope you're right. I'd like to believe that too. I feel the same way, but even if we do forget, they won't be gone forever. Everyone who lives leaves a mark on others and their surroundings. That gets passed down whether people are aware of it or not. You think so? I couldn't have put it better myself. Still, your dad's some wordsmith, huh? I almost found myself getting won over by all that stuff he was saying. You really think so? That's what I was gonna say. Your dad is awesome. He's super cool. I feel like I could trust him with anything. Not to mention that face. If he ever wanted to jump political ship, he could get worked as an actor in no time flat. Even his voice carries well. Talk about hitting the lottery. Rocksmith fits my image of a politician a lot more, but no one could deny how talented your dad is. Like Aaron said, I could feel myself being roped in by his act. Sorry, I shouldn't have put it like that. You don't have to apologize. I understand how you feel, to tell you the truth. Oh. He is certainly a man without equal, in a different sense from President Rocksmith. I believe we're about to get another glimpse of just how, too. The morning is at an end, which means it's time for the grand unveiling.
ありがとうございました。大司教芸家、そして聖歌隊の諸君。思えばこの長き旅路の中、多くの苦難と混乱がありました。帝国との長きにわたる紛争、幾度となく訪れた経済恐慌、今回のマフィアの暴虐のみならず、 邪悪な宗教団体の事件もありました。そしていまだに共和国憲章に反する差別やテロリズムの温床は残っており、国外に目を向ければ紛争の火種は絶えず、帝国、さらに共和国の東、不毛の荒野が広がり続けている大陸東部にも、
Which means it would hit Calvert first.
ゼムリア大陸を主導する我が国はいずれ目を向けざるを得ないでしょう。そして革命の母シーナ・ディルクが、思想家オーギュストが、芸術家アラミスが、アトキンソン将軍が多くの困難を乗り越え革命の敵を打ち倒してきたように、我々もまた一致団結して前に進むため強くあり続けなければなりません。それを可能にする力を本日この場で皆さんに披露させていただきます。ご紹介しましょう。現在大規模な刷新が進んでいる共和国軍の次世代兵装、その一端を。
Oh boy. New
ま
tanks.
ずは原主力戦車ウェズンに代わる次世代戦車となる
Interesting he's showing this all to the public.
帝国の主力戦車の2倍の最高速度を実現しつつも、防御性能はそれに匹敵。同クラスの口径を持つ手法に至っては3倍近くとなる射程距離を実現しました。続けて共和国軍初となる
Wow.
飛行巡洋艦イクス・アルバ級です。全長120アージュという飛行戦艦と中型飛行艦の間に位置するクラスですが、
This really feels like Cold Steel 4 all over again.
高性能の管制システムを備え、一艦で独立した作戦行動を可能としています。最新の模擬演習では一艦で帝国の飛行分艦隊を圧倒できるほどの戦力評価を得ています。最後にサプライズとして全く新しい兵装をご紹介しましょう。
あれは帝国が使ってたっていう。
ご存
That's
知
what-、
帝国が4年前に世に出した
Yeah.
人型有人兵器である機構兵、それとは
You don't
全
have any
く異
divine
なる
knights,
設計
though.
思想で開発された共和国軍の次世代兵装
Assault frame.
アサルトフレームです。第6世代ザイファの管制システムにより出力、操作性、反応速度すべてで高性能を発揮。帝国の最新式の機構兵すら総合的な戦力評価では上回りました。
Well, hopefully we're not attacking the Empire. Right now, anyway. Yeah, you can see some people are scared and some people are cheering.
無論力には理性が必要です。我々はかつての帝国ではないのですから。
Okay, well, that's Osborne's fault.
鉄塊のように重々しくも巨大で方向転換しにくい力ではなく、強くしなやかでどんな事態にも柔軟に対応できる力こそがふさわしいはずです。本日ご覧いただいた新兵装たちはそれを体現していると言えるでしょう。ご清聴ありがとう。お堅い演説はここまでです。共和国に栄光と女神の加護、この良き日を親しい人と心ゆくまで祝い 楽しみ。またありし日を忍んでください。
That was certainly overwhelming. Even if we've already seen the airships and AFs, yeah. Right, I didn't expect them to roll them out in such a dramatic fashion, though. He appears to have made full use of all Marduk's evaluations of them. This is my first time seeing them, so more than a little blown away right now. Oh yeah, you weren't with us when we saw some of them in Basil.
記念式典は終了しましたが、次世代戦車およびアサルトフレームの一部は革命広場に展示されるそうです。大統領府方面は立ち入り禁止となりますので、来場される場合はご注意を。
Dad. Anyway, now that the big speeches are over, it's time to get to what we planned. We'll spread throughout the city while checking for 4 SPGs on the bulletin boards. Sounds good. We'll also be keeping an eye out for any signs of the 7th Genesis. Even if we shouldn't dedicate too much of our energy to that. Yeah, there's still a chance the message was a prank, but better safe than sorry. I wish my affairs hadn't ended up casting such a shadow over what should be a happy day. Oh, come on, you're being silly. Tell me about it. I'd be more nervous not to be in the loop of what's going on at this point. We want to be involved. Besides, I'm all for everyone enjoying the festival. Only me and one other person need to actively patrol. Just if you notice something out of the ordinary, anything at all, you let us know. That's vital. Understood. We'll be on the lookout. My nose might not be as good as yours, but there's no way I'd miss trouble brewing. Understood. I'll always be available to switch in if I'm needed. The same can be said for me. Should you need a hand, I'll always be here. I appreciate it. Alright, let's bring Reset with us. Looks like Victor's back already. Paula and Yume must still be out enjoying the festival. I wonder if Mr. Lugan is also with them. They seem to be getting along rather well at the party. I kinda have mixed feelings about that, but I guess it ain't my call to make. Alright then, let's get to work. I would be delayed to accompany you. Well, there you have it. Oh, and we have free times. We have free times again. Oh, we got an Elaine one too. Oh, right, there's this one. This one's really fun. Okay, so we're gonna do, we have 4, right? So we're gonna do these 2 for sure, these 3, and then for the 4th one, maybe Aaron. And it looks like there are, so I guess that's not it for 4 SPGs. I thought it might be, but I guess it's not. And then obviously you'll see how things are super different. Eddie's got his little stall over here, as well as a lot of other people. So let's go ahead and get started with these free times. Let's start with the Shizuna one. It's so fun being in the big city. There's so many strange and unusual things to see. You see Van in the background. Like that place over there, I wonder what it's supposed to be. Maybe I'll have a look-see just for fun. Ugh, what does she think she's doing? She's drawing a ton of attention to herself walking around looking like that. I guess everything I heard was true after all. Better make myself scarce before I get caught up in anything. Van, is that you over there? What a coincidence! Damn it, guess I better resign myself to my fate. Oh, that's great. Hey, you weren't trying to run away from me just now, were you? That really hurts. Just because I'm a hardened warrior doesn't mean I'm made of stone, you know. I'm not worried about your feelings as much as my own rep. People see me hanging out with someone who can't dress like a normal person. What, do I really look that weird? I like to think I stay on top of the latest trends in my own way. You're better than your ninja pals, I'll give you that much, but you still stick out like a sore thumb in these parts. Well, so what if I do? You gotta learn not to sweat the small stuff so much, Van. I wouldn't be sweating it if it was small, that's what I'm telling you. Well, either way, I found you at the perfect time. I don't know what you're up to right now, but could you come with me for a little bit? I could use your help with something. Whatever you have in mind, it better not be trying to stir anything up. I don't want any part of that. Alas, I'm not, although that's a good idea too. I wasn't trying to suggest anything. Anyway, I'm looking to track down a skilled smithy who can keep things hush-hush. But as you can imagine, I hardly know anything about the city, so I haven't had much luck in finding anyone so far. Do you know anybody you could maybe recommend to me? Sure, I got someone in mind. Why do you need something like that? Gotta retemper your sword or something? Oh no, the blade itself is doing just fine. It's the scabbard that needs some patching up after the heavy beating it took in Arashian. It does, huh? That's unfortunate. I've heard the swordsmen use their scabbards as weapons before, but I didn't realize that's what you did back there. I'll say. Oh my god, she read his mind again. So what do you say? Think you can hook a girl up? Alright, but if I'm gonna help you, you have gotta promise not to cause any chaos when we're done, got it? Van led Shizuna to a merchant he felt might be able to assist her. Hey buddy, got a minute to talk? Well, hello there, Van. It's so wonderful to see you, and who else do you have with you today? Oh my gracious, am I seeing things, or is that Ikaruka's right-hand woman herself? Oh, you know who I am? I'm flattered. Nice to meet you. Oh no, the pleasure is all mine, truly. What brings you, of all people, to my humble little armory? It looks like you mostly sell weapons here, but you wouldn't happen to offer repair services too, wouldn't you? Why, yes, I do. Perfect, then I've got a little favor to ask you. But only if you keep my visit here a secret. I trust that won't be a problem? Your secret's safe with me, ma'am. Confidentiality is my prime directive here at the shop. Well, I'm just shaking. A real divine blade here in my store. It's like Eidos herself descended right before my eyes. My word. Such splendid craftsmanship, and it's so beautiful. Too beautiful for this world. I'm really sorry, man, but I don't think I have what it takes to handle a blade of such splendor. Oh, it's not the blade I need help with. It's the scabbard that needs attention. Ah, so it is. Forgive my presumption. Yes, it does seem to have developed a minor crack. This seems to be made differently from your typical scabbard, but I should be able to restore it all the same. In fact, it shouldn't take me all that long. Just give me a little time and I'll have it good as new. Great, glad to hear it. If you could just fill in the missing portion with this, that'd be perfect. A blade tip? Where'd that come from? We know where that came from. From a younger disciple in my school. I'd like to think of it as a memento of the short time I shared with him. Are you sure you want to do that? If I'm being honest, I have materials on hand that would be better suited for this sort of restoration. That's okay. I know what I'm asking for. I think this fits it better personally. As you wish. I'll have it patched up in just a few moments. Can't say I really know what kind of style the Black God One blade of hers is like. Got me curious about this younger disciple of hers, though. Well, it's obviously ringing, but you haven't met him yet. I remember her using a fancy technique in Longla that came from a new divine blade. Maybe the two are related. Curious to learn more, huh? I'd be happy to fill you in. I'll pass. Not really my business. Uh-huh. If you say so. I'll finish. Here you go, ma'am. Wonderful. I gotta say, I'm impressed. This looks pretty good. Thanks. Oh, gee, you're just too kind, Silverblade. It was my honor to have your business. Alrighty, now that's one less thing to worry about. I bet it'd be a pain in the ass to lug that thing around if the scabbard went kaput. Oh yeah, and the problems don't stop there with this sword. This isn't your average blade. It's always emanating a certain energy. It's hard to describe. Not exactly cursed, but more like imbued, bewitched even. Some trained eyes have called it. I have to keep that energy in check with the scabbard, or it might spill out and you get real ugly real fast. Whatever that means. That ain't ominous at all. Anyway, that's why the scabbard's made so differently. The entire thing's built from weapons and armor that I took from formidable fighters I've encountered in my travels. Those weapons and their wielders' fighting spirits are the only materials capable of holding back the blade's power. Huh. I see. If you could keep all that to yourself too, Shopkeep, I'd really appreciate it. Yes, of course. My lips are sealed so tight not even Eidos herself could pry them open. Just who the hell is this chick? Carrying that dicey-ass blade of her, like it's a walk in the park. Meh, probably shouldn't think on it too hard. It all sounds kind of bullshit, so maybe it was bullshit. Fair point. Who's to say I didn't just make it all up? It still got its point across, though, didn't it? Every sword needs a story. You really want to cast that kind of doubt on your public image, though? Might not be a good look. Wait, what the? Did you just read my mind? I cut that shit out. Well, now that we got all that out of the way, I think I'll be heading back up. Thanks for showing me around, Van. Let's do this again sometime soon, alright? I'd really rather not make a habit of this if I can help it. Don't be such a spoil sport. Maybe you and I should square off after all this like you suggested. Whatever it takes to build a better relationship with you. What kind of relationship are we talking about here? To hell with that. How many times do I have to tell you? After bidding she's in an exhaustive farewell, Van Reed and the rest of his gang got back to work.
君といると飽きないよ。次はどんな風に楽しませてくれるのかな?
So, she took the tip that broke off of Reen's sword and imbued it into her scabbard to keep her sword's power in check. Alright, guess we'll do the Elaine one next. Van's group decided to take a short break. Yep. Oh, I remember this one. There you are. You're both awfully early. We hopped on an early train because we really wanted to see you. These are the siblings you met, right? Yes, they're the ones who were abducted in that case last year. So they were the two that Elaine saved when she was chasing after Gerard during that story we learned about in Reverie. September of last year? That was when you took down a criminal group that was working for Armada, yeah? That's right. It was the case that led me to accepting my promotion to A rank. I didn't realize you knew about the incident. Bermati told me all about it. It sounded like it was a rough ordeal. You can say that again. The two children survived, but were left traumatized by what happened. They've been receiving care in a facility outside the city ever since, but they're coming to the capital for the Revolution Festival. I was told they really want to see me, so I agreed to look after them for half a day. No wonder you came running to me for advice. Hey, it's not as though I'm bad at dealing with children, I just don't know how to keep them entertained. Yeah, you don't exactly strike me as the fun-loving babysitter type. I thought your bracer work would have forced you to learn all the good spots in town, but I guess not. Yes, rub it in. Do you know any places they might enjoy? You're the expert in slacking off, so I thought you would know. Only you would ask for help and toss an insult my way in the same breath. Just so we're clear, I might know a few good places, but they won't necessarily be fun for kids. Is that okay with you? Yes, that's perfectly fine, thank you. I also need to know where to find some good quality sweets. Well, you've come to the right person then. I'll map out a route that'll take you to every underrated sweet shop in the capital. I don't think that's necessary. Would you like the cost-effective tour, the no expenses spared premium route? Actually, I'd have just the thing for you. A special seasonal route that'll take you all the best sweet shops and tourist spots in the city. You can leave all your gourmet needs to me. Okay, I think she can take this from here. We aren't interrupting your date, are we? You don't need to worry about that, kiddo. I just came with her to make sure she got here, okay? That's good. I did think you looked a little old for her, but I was worried we spoiled the fun by coming early. Hang on a sec. You got it all wrong. The two of us are the same age. He didn't deny the part about them being on a date. He denied the part about them being the same, the age. God, that's funny. I can hardly blame you. He could easily pass for a 30-something-year-old. Oh, so this is the thanks I get. I see how it is. Come on, say hello. she mute? Unfortunately, yes. She lost the ability to speak after what she went through. It doesn't look like she's recovered. Try not to excite or upset her too much. Aww. Van gave the girl some candy. This is my way of saying hi. I'm a big fan of that brand. I know you'll be heading back home tonight, but I hope you have lots of fun until then. Festivals are a blast, so enjoy— Oh my god, Van! Huh? Do you want him to join us? Would you be okay with that, Van? Alright, it's not like I have any urgent business to take care of. Helping you plan the route got me in the mood to stuff my face with sweets anyway. Just don't go spoiling them, okay? I know, I know. Are you kiddos ready to get going? Yep. Van and Elaine led the two children on a tour of the festival. They brought them to many of Edith's best sweet stores and tourist spots. To Van and Elaine's delight, the children were enjoying themselves immensely, and they could feel the two of them opening up little by little. Eventually, they set off for Old Town, their final stop on the tour. So next up is Old Town, right? What do we find there? Oh, just the perfect place to end our tour, that's all. As long as you don't let the chef's face spook you, at least. I assume you mean Montmartre? I'll look forward to that. Huh? Aw, crap. The lights went out. This happens from time to time. The lights down here haven't been replaced in a while. The both of you are unharmed, right? Don't worry, it's okay. No one's here to hurt you. Is this what I think it is? She still gets like this whenever she's in dark, cramped places. It must remind her of when we were trapped. Sorry, I don't think she's gonna be able to move anytime soon. I shouldn't be surprised. Her emotional scars run so deep. Can't I do anything to help her? Anything at all? Upsy daisy. Van lifted the girl onto his shoulders. Huh? Van, what are you? Let's get out of here. And here we are. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Bright skies. What do you think? Pretty sweet view, huh? You can even see Tryon Tower from here. We're on the roof of where I live. Area's not the best tourist spot in town, but I like it all the same. Pretty roomy and bright, right? If any weirdos come knocking, you'll see them from a selge away. When a push comes to shove, I'm sure she'll be more than happy to cut anyone down to size. You got nothing to worry about here. I promise. I'd appreciate if you didn't make me look like a bloodthirsty savage. It's really nice here. Agreed. Might be a little old and musty, but other than that, it ain't too shabby. Alright, now that you've seen this, let's head back down to the bistro on the ground floor. They make some pretty mean desserts I'm sure you'll love. I know I do. Afterwards, they capped off their day with a light lunch and dessert at Montmartre. Once they finished eating, they all made their way back to Central Station. It was time for the kids' mother to pick them up. Thank you both so much. We had a ton of fun. I hope we'll see you both again someday. As do I. Take care of yourselves, you two. You're both welcome here anytime. What's up? You forget something? Thank you. Oh, he talked. Bye-bye. Van. Yeah, I know. Hey, what are you turning on the waterworks? I'm just so happy. Gotcha. Well, I think this is proof that everyone's efforts weren't for nothing. They recovered because of the rehab, their family's love and care, and what you just did for them. What we just did for them, you mean. Thank you for everything today, Van. Nah, I don't deserve it. You did all the heavy lifting. But if you insist on letting me share the credit, we'll just say you owe me one now. Always happy to put an A rank brand you sir in my debt. You really are unbelievable, you know that? But while you can be frustrating... But while you can be frustrating sometimes, I'm glad you're a part of my life. We both have our flaws, but I think we compensate for each other's quite nicely. There's nothing we can't handle when we're together, and that's especially true when Renee's with us. We also have your assistants at our side, too. Yeah, you're right. Van Biddlane farewell and returned to his work. That ending really hit.
あの時みたいに。聞かなかったことにしてちょうだい。
That one was really sweet. Alright, let's handle the, well, we have 2 more to handle. We'll save the last 2. We're gonna do the Reset and, Aaron one next time. And then we'll get started on running around the city. So, that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.